So today we got another new fragrance in, one that some of you guys may have heard of, some of you guys may not have heard of it. I honestly didn't even know what this brand was until I heard about it in a live stream about a month ago. Ross was talking about it on TLTG, and I decided that I was very interested in it. I kind of forgot about it for about a month, and then one of my subscribers got it in, T-Frag, so thank you to T-Frag. I ended up buying this off of him. He had two of them. This is by Copperstill. It is Watermelon Shine, which I'm pretty sure is a new release this year. I'm not 100% sure, but doing my first impressions on it. Is it good? Is it worth the price? All that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get it. What's good, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. You guys know my name is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude. If you don't, make sure to subscribe. Everybody else, like, comment, hit the bell if you want my videos sooner so that we can get into this new indie fragrance that I haven't smelled before. Well, technically I haven't. Yesterday, when I was trying to fix it, I got it all over my hands, so I did smell it, but I washed them right after. So long story short, today we're going to be talking about Copperstill Watermelon Shine. So I don't know if it's Copperstill XXX Watermelon Shine, but the shine stands for Moonshine. That is a Moonshine distiller, at least. I don't know anything about it, but that's at least what I heard. It's supposed to be based around watermelon and moonshine. So as far as watermelon fragrances, I have a few that have the note of watermelon in it or the accord, but it's not centerfold and you can hardly smell it. None of it really comes across as a watermelon, which is kind of interesting because when you come to indie fragrances, usually when they have the name blueberry or watermelon in the name, then it's going to be centerfold in that fragrance. And so that's why I was very excited about this. Again, Ross from TLTG was talking about it on his live, and then I heard about it, and then my subscriber who sent me the first decant ever, T-Frag, he contacted me and was like, hey, I have two bottles of this Copperstill. The one was broken, so they sent me another one. And if you know anybody that wants to buy it, I'm selling it for 45 bucks, which is like a third of the price. And I said, what's wrong with it? He said it was leaking and at the shoulder of it, and that the atomizer was kind of crooked and that the label had fell off. So I was like, you know what, I'll buy it. I wanted to review it. I wanted to try it. So Copperstill Watermelon Shine, this is what the box looks like. It's a little capsule that it came in. And then this, I had to wash it off, and then I also super glued the label on. But this is what the bottle looks like. I believe it's a 50 milliliter. Copperstill Watermelon Shine has the same label as the box. Then you have this little pod on top that comes off. And as you can see, the atomizer is a bit crooked, but I was able to fix it a little bit with a screwdriver, and it still does leak. There's still some on my finger, but oh well, it is what it is. And then it has a really nice atomizer whenever it is actually working. So I've talked to a few people who have tried Copperstills before. I don't know anything else about the brand. I know that the fragrances run around 130 to 140 bucks, but that's actually really good. So I talked to them, and they said that they've never had any trouble with Copperstill shipping or anything like that. This must have just been something with the mail. It was just bouncing around a lot or whatever. But with that said, what's this fragrance all about? Again, I smelled it yesterday for a second, but I was so overwhelmed by it that I washed it off. But Copperstill Watermelon Shine. What does this smell like? When you first spray it on, I was right. It is watermelon, first centerfold right in front of you. It is watermelon, fresh, juicy watermelon. This is going to be something that it's going to be great during the spring and summer, the high heat, but you could also probably wear this in the fall and maybe into the winter, but I would still stick with the warmer 3 seasons of the year. I think winter might be a little bit too cold for watermelon, but this is definitely focused around that watermelon. You also have a little bit of this honeysuckle in the background that provides almost like a dry honey-like texture to it, even though honeysuckle doesn't really smell like honey that much. I don't know if that's what's giving the vibe, but it's almost like a dry honey underneath the watermelon. This is very nice. It's not too thick or anything. And then one thing that you notice after about 5 minutes or so is right in the background of the scent, you get this almost like root beer float that is behind it. It is the sassafras. So sassafras is in fresh root beer. That is exactly what you get, and it really does mixed together with this watermelon and the moonshine to provide almost like a boozy watermelon root beer float. It has an ambery backbone, but not like too warm, not too rich. It kind of has a smell of something that you would smell if you had a really high-end version of like a Bath and Body Works soap. I know it's saying that it kind of cheapens it, and I'm not trying to do that, but it so happens that I have a Bath and Body Works soap that is a boozy watermelon. So it kind of comes off like that. So if you like those type of scents, this is definitely unisex through and through. It doesn't lean one way or the other, but if you want something that is really straight like a boozy watermelon with this sassafras underneath that provides almost this root beer-like quality underneath, it's almost like if you took watermelon and mixed it together with a fresher version of Armani Code Profumo. That is literally what I get, again, with that moonshine underneath, but it never comes off too boozy. I don't know what straight moonshine smells like. And so maybe that's what's giving off that root beer float vibe, is the mix between the moonshine and the sassafras and that honeysuckle that provides a little bit of this like rich honey texture underneath. But overall, the watermelon is the first and foremost note in this fragrance. About 75% of the fragrance is a nice, juicy watermelon. Exactly what you would think when you smell watermelon, like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. That is what it is right up front, but not too sweet where it's like cloying. With that said, then again, the rest of the fragrance, I mean, literally, I wore this for maybe an hour before I washed it off yesterday because it was all over me. But that whole time, it smelled exactly like a root beer float with watermelon and moonshine. I like it. I like it a lot. I am not at the love stage, but I haven't worn it yet. So in the opening here, I think that it's definitely a really good fragrance, especially if you're looking for something indie that is unique and fresh and something that's going to be different that no one has smelled on you before. This is definitely going to be good. I need to get the reactions with my wife and daughter. My wife smelled it on my hands yesterday, and she just said it was a little bit too strong. But she said once it dried, after about 45 minutes, she really liked the scent. She didn't say it smelled like Bath and Body Works anything. She just said she really liked it and that it was very unique, very different, and I completely agree. So instead of keeping you guys here all day, I'll just do a little bit of a summary. It opens up a very bright, fresh, juicy watermelon mixed together with a little bit of a boozy undertone and a honey-like feel underneath it. It's a simplistic fragrance for sure, from opening to dry down. As you get to the dry down, maybe about 5 to 10 minutes, it dries down very quickly. You get that sassafras coming in with a little bit of an amber and woods background. The woods are almost non-existent, but you can sense they're a little bit under there. But that ambery backbone, and then you get that sassafras that really just comes across like a little bit of a root beer mixed together with that watermelon and moonshine. So the best way I can put this, again, I'm repeating myself because it is a simplistic fragrance, but just here in the opening, drying down, it's a very nice, beautiful, almost semi-powdery root beer float with watermelon spread out above it in a slight boozy tone. Very, very, very nice, very unique. One that I think that for the right price, you can definitely get your hands on this. Would I pay $130 for it? I'm honestly unsure at this point in time, because based on my hour yesterday, I was talking to T-Frag, the person who sent this to me, and we're both between like and really like. I don't know if that like goes to where I should spend $100 and some for a 50 milliliter. I don't know that personally. I honestly think if this was spring, yeah, I probably would, because it's unique. It's something that I would like to reach for on specific occasions, like maybe going out to like a barbecue or a pool party or something like that. It would just be really nice in a nice like 70 to 80 degree day for sure. Yeah, but let me know if you've tried this, what you think about it. I really do get that Armani Code Profumo underneath it. Like, again, because I get that root beer vibe from the Armani Code Profumo as well. But again, this is watermelon centric, that moonshine and honey underneath it. And then you have that sassafras providing an undertone. Again, undertone of a root beer float. It's not like anything prominent. It's just an undertone of that root beer float slash Armani Code Profumo that really is from that sassafras. I was very interested because I said to him, I said, is there sassafras in this? Because we couldn't find a note breakdown. And then we finally found it, and there was sassafras in it, which, again, is giving off that root beer float vibe. But anyway, not going to keep you guys here anymore. I'll be back with a full review. I'm going to do a full review compilation with a few other fragrances that I haven't reviewed yet. But, yep, that is Copperstill XXX Watermelon Shine, or just Watermelon Shine. Go out and try it if you are interested in watermelon scents. It's a very good watermelon. The watermelon in this is very nice. So thank you guys very much for taking control of my channel for about 8 to 10 minutes. And again, I'll see you on my next one. Peace out.